I'm so 2008.
2008? No. I don't know, man. I'm 1995 all the way. My wife can co-sign that shit. I'm a 95 kind of guy, man. That is the most memorable year.
For me?
Yeah.
93.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like that was pinnacle shit for me.
Yeah, see, 95 for me.
But I say 2008 because it's a Black Eyed Peas Mandela effect.
Ah, yeah. That makes sense.
In the lyrics, the boom boom pow.
Yeah.
She said the lyrics go something like, "I'm so 2008, you're so 2000 and late."
Yeah.
Yeah. She says, "I'm so 3008, and you're so 2000 late."
Really?
That's apparently what she says. It's not 2008, which I thought was weird. Why would you go 3008? That's a jump, because we don't even know what 3008 is going to look like.
Andre 3000?
We won't ever get to see what 3008 is going to look like.
No.
So
I don't even know if we're going to see what 2025 looks like.
Yeah.
The way that fucking Jewish space lasers are burning down goddamn Greece.
Part 2, folks. Sorry. Welcome back
to Mostly Peaceful.
I'm Rob.
We fucked that up. I'm Jimmy. No, you're on a roll, bro.
We just jumped right into that, didn't we?
Keep it going. Part 2. They know.
So yeah, there was that one.
They know about Greece burning down and Fergie. Or not. We'll let them.
No. I get you. So
I feel like I should rub this. It's such an odd...
You feel like there's a genie in there?
Maybe.
It's like a bourbon genie?
If there was, it would be worth it.
Comes out basted.
Okay, I tried.
Looks like Wilford Brimley.
If it looked like Will Smith, I'd smack the shit out of him.
You would, Chris Rock. No, he looks like Wilford Brimley. He's like, you get three wishes and diabetes.
Diabetes.
See, most people don't know who Wilford Brimley is.
I have no clue.
You don't know who Wilford Brimley is?
No.
So
the diabetes was.
He's
funny.
the diabetes guy.
Okay.
Right? He's the old guy that did the diabetes commercials.
Gotcha.
Okay. What he's more recognizable and known from was the movie Cocoon.
I remember.
You remember that movie?
Slightly.
That was a cool ass movie, dude. When I was a kid, it was super cool.
Yeah.
Like it was a cool ass movie. But Wilford Brimley was in Cocoon.
When did Cocoon come out?
God, dude.
1995.
You think so?
Probably.
I don't think so.
I bet.
No, I think it was earlier than that.
You know what? All right. So in part 2, I can give a little bit more of an accurate description. Now that I've had a little bit of this, I can smell it and taste it a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
The smell, it's got a graham crackery, like, it's not overly sweet, but you know how like a Teddy Graham kind of has that like cinnamony sweet, but it's very like balanced. It's not like not sweet like maple syrup.
Yeah.
That's how this feels. It feels like a very elegant sweet.
Yeah,
right?
It does. It
does. It's like that dark chocolate, that graham.
So you say graham cracker, and I go bread.
Yeah,
like
it's bready.
Yeah,
it's bready, but it's sweet. So it's got like maybe a cinnamony sweet or
like a cinnamon toast crunch.
It does. It has. Well, that's too sweet, but
not crunch, but cinnamon toast.
Kinda, yeah. Like
dude,
it's
that is one of my go-to fucking snacks or breakfast, like on a quick bitch.
Yeah,
like I got shit to do. I gotta go.
It does. It's bready.
Cinnamon toast is
fire.
That is the best.
Have you ever had ghee?
Gay.
You are gay.
No. Okay, so I know what you're talking about, and you tell me you keep rubbing it on your ribs or whatever the fuck it is you're doing with it. No, I have not tried it because it does not sound appealing to me.
I guarantee you would like it. I bet you would love it. But I'm telling you, you just don't want to take my advice. You know,
no, you're a gluten-free guy.
I have realized the dynamic here is I'm supposed to fucking listen to you and you tell me what to do and I'm just supposed to roll with it. And then the shit that I fucking say, you're like, well, I don't know. Fuck you and your opinions. So that's just how shit goes here, isn't it?
No.
I get it.
I take your opinions very, very seriously, Jimmy.
So ghee is one of these things that I came across not from being gluten-free, but from looking at like I don't want to say like a health food or health no, you should go for that again.
Yeah.
And
This
see,
is really good.
Yeah.
I gotta save 2 ounces
Because
of it
now,
from my infinity bottle.
In the very beginning, it was a little difficult. Now I'm getting every bit of it.
Yeah, this is a very fine bourbon.
It is.
If anybody has not had that,
for sure,
you
it has that elegant.
I hope that somebody's able to find it if they go looking for it. But
I don't know why I say elegant. It just feels classy, like the
only ever seen it in one place,
really,
where we live. Yeah. So
ghee, is a clarified butter. That's all it is. It's just clarified butter. It's just,
what does that mean?
It's like more like a concentrated, less mixed butter, I guess. Like it's less milky.
So you took the milk out of my butter.
Yes.
I don't like that.
It's a little difficult.
There's a reason I like my butter with milk in it.
Listen, I like butter.
So I want to make my own butter. Like it's something that the wife and I have been discussing. We don't have cows, so we just have to go buy a heavy cream.
Clarified butter.
But I feel like it'd be so much better for us.
Let's see.
You know?
Churn from cream, skimming impurities from the surface.
Yeah, you do heavy cream.
Yeah.
Right? You do heavy cream, you make your own butter. And then what you get from the byproduct of that,
quality of butter and milk
is buttermilk
in the process. Right. So
you get buttermilk after that, and buttermilk
instead of butter,
amazing.
Instead of butter, it's clarified butter.
Sure.
And I gotta say, like, when you buy ghee, it's probably separated. There's like a solid and a liquid, and you have to shake it up.
I feel like this was an attempt by a vegan to be like,
it originated.
Can we get the milk out of it? Because it's still good.
No. It's still milk. It's still milk.
Okay.
Listen,
maybe I'm wrong. It just sounds gay.
Here's the description. Officially, ghee is typically prepared by simmering butter, which is churned from cream, skimming any impurities from the surface, then pouring and retaining the clear liquid fat while discarding the solid residue that has settled to the bottom.
Oh, so you're just using the fatty oil from the butter. From the butter process.
Yes, it's just more of a clarified butter. Let me tell you, bro, the flavor, the smell.
See, I'm a guy who I wholeheartedly want to go to beef tallow only.
Right.
Because
you should try it.
Yeah.
You should try ghee.
I'll give it a shot.
Give it a shot.
Yeah.
Give it a shot. See what you think.
Wife,
because
buy ghee.
I've got to tell you.
Do it gaily.
You are ghee. I am a butter guy.
I get it. I am too.
And my wife.
And I love, for the longest time growing up as a kid, my mom only fucking bought Country Crock spread.
Yes.
And when I got old enough to do research, learn for myself, and 2, be able to purchase it myself because I had to live and survive and eat, had fucking my own shit, right?
Yeah.
I stopped buying
Country Crock
or any spread, any margarine spread. I don't even buy margarine.
Oil spread.
Yeah, I don't buy that shit anymore because here, are you ready? Country Crock.
Fake butter.
It's not even that it's fake butter. Country Crock.
Might as well be.
Country Crock vegetable spread, whatever the fuck it's called, is literally 2 molecules away from being plastic.
Right.
I'm done. I cannot put that in my body.
No.
Wholeheartedly, I would rather be a 350-pound fat fucking shit.
Yeah.
Than continually put plastics into my body.
Well, that is exactly why we started with the ghee.
Yeah. And that stuff comes in glass bottles.
Yep.
You don't get it in plastics. Yes.
Right.
No, I get that.
You don't get a fucking plastic tub of ghee.
That's why we've been talking about doing our own butter.
Right.
Because we can make all of it that we want. We just buy the heavy cream and do that thing, right?
So ghee came up.
My wife started this, right?
Okay.
You know why my wife started this?
No.
She was like, I need a tabletop mixer. Son of a bitch. because I've promised her for the last 10 years.
A tabletop mixer.
Yeah, a KitchenAid.
Oh, yeah.
I have promised my wife since the day we got together that she would get one day. And Lord knows
It's been that long, you ain't.
Motherfucker.
It's a KitchenAid.
Listen.
That's.
It's a 300.
Oh, shit.
You can delete that one too.
I have to delete that, don't
Yeah, you have to bleep that out. So you got 3 bleeps.
Damn.
I'm going to text you tomorrow and remind you about these 3 bleeps because...
You have to.
Yeah.
I'll forget.
God
damn it.
Now I feel like you'll be sitting there listening and going, oh, shit.
I don't have a KitchenAid.
So a KitchenAid, yes. Yeah. It's a $300 mixer, bro. Like I'm trying to justify it, just for, and I can justify it now.
Why do I need a KitchenAid when I cook ribs and pork?
Up till yes, exactly. Up till just about 3 months ago, I couldn't justify. My wife didn't do enough baking to justify that mixer.
Right.
But now my wife wants to make bread. She wants to make her own bread at home. And she wants to make our own butter at home. And I'm like, this now.
Damn, you just fucked my whole damn. Bro, I'm so hungry right now. And you just fresh home baked bread.
Yeah. I'm going to do it gluten-free for you, bro.
I don't even want it gluten-free. I just want bread. I want homemade bread.
Yeah.
Holy shit, it's so good.
So
bro.
that is my goal by Christmas time. I probably spoil this because my wife does listen. Those are the things that I plan on getting her for Christmas: is a new mixer, a bread maker. We're gonna. I'm thinking about getting the.
Send me the link
when I buy that
to whatever you buy.
Oh yeah, you can double it up and come over here, do the same thing.
Maybe
this is a good idea,
dude. Bread, homemade. I legit asked my wife like 2 weeks ago, "Do you know how to make bread?"
So we should get them together.
She was like, "Fuck no," and I'm like,
"We should get them together for Christmas morning and hand them their gifts all at the same time, and direct them to open which one at the same time."
Bro. That's great.
It's a good idea.
That is good.
Hey, you got one too, huh?
Polaroid.
Yeah, exactly. We just get them different colors. But yeah, so that's the goal is like she wants to make bread at home. She wants to make butter at home and countless other things that she wants to do. We're getting closer to being more self-sufficient. We just have to be able to source these products properly.
Yeah.
So anyhow,
dude, the bread thing is what's up.
Yeah.
I love homemade bread.
Oh yeah, it's dope, dude.
I haven't even had it like from.
But I gotta find like a bread slicer or like a table saw, like a bandsaw that she can slice bread on.
Fucking miter saw. It's just,
no, you do the bandsaw and you just push it through.
Yeah, for sure.
But the bandsaw for food serves 2 purposes because then I can start butchering.
Get like an that's true. That's very true. So you got to think about that type of shit.
I got to build a whole new fucking like area on my property now.
Yeah, butcher shop.
Butcher shop. I got to be able to spray it all down, sanitize it. Yeah. Yeah, no, it is a goal though because I mean we have the chickens. She wants goats. I want to put some pigs out there because again, self-sufficiency.
Yeah.
I want to be able to butcher them myself too.
Yeah.
Like I want to be able to break them down to what we need.
Right.
You know?
Yep.
Also, I've been really dying for some good solid fucking pork belly. Like I want to make bacon. I want to make burn-ins. Like I want to do all of that on my own.
I want to smoke some bacon. Like
pork belly.
Pork belly.
Yeah. You cure it.
Yeah.
You cure it, then you smoke it.
Yep.
And then you slice it up. And all you really need for that is a good food slicer.
Mm-hmm.
About $99 for a decent one, decent metal one.
Yep.
You're good.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're not bad.
It's like you can't get everything on Amazon.
No, you can't.
We got a cheese slicer. I got a little cheese shaver.
Oh yeah.
Kind of sucks. It sucks. It don't even kind of suck. It sucks. We don't use it.
So are you
pretty.
Are you cheese slicing this way or are you cheese slicing down?
I ain't even cheese slicing. I'm letting my wife cheese slice. Okay. She don't use it.
She don't use it.
I've used it a few times. And I'm
She's like, give me a knife. This is better.
Seriously.
Yeah, no, it is.
It's okay.
So I want to finish up our
part one,
our part two of the Mandela effect.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I want to go through these because I think the more that people have this conversation, I think we can somewhere along the way come to a
agreement about the Hadron Collider.
Maybe, or somebody can finally give me an explanation as to why certain people think certain ways about certain things.
Trust the science, bro.
I was told that 2 years ago, and guess what happened with that?
Speaking of which, no. Let's go for what you got.
So, have you ever seen any of the Lord of the Rings movies? Mm-mm. No? So, we'll skip over that one. There's a part where Gandalf says, "Run, you fools," to the people he's talking to. And apparently he doesn't say that. He says, "Fly, you fools." And I remember "Run, you fools." That was weird. That's a weird thing. Here's one that everyone should know. What did Hannibal Lecter say to Clarice?
Hello, Clarice.
He did not.
It's good to see you again.
Yeah, he did not say that. He just said good morning.
Bullshit.
Telling you, dude.
Not
the reality that all he said was good morning. Why the fuck have I lived my entire life looking at people going, "Hello, Clarice"?
Yeah.
The fuck? Come on.
Exactly. And you know what?
Now I'm going to fuck with everybody with this next one because it's going to be fun. But you go ahead and you do your thing with that. I want you to continue on with that because I'm going to hit this next one.
Even other movies have quoted that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Check this out.
Yes.
That's what I mean. It's legit. Hello, Clarice.
Yeah.
It's good to see you again.
Yeah.
It's not. It's nice
good morning.
to see you again. It's not good morning.
How shitty of a fucking line is that? Good morning.
Yeah. That is not very memorable. And that's what I mean. See, that goes back to the iconic brand thing, right?
Yeah.
It's like when something is ingrained in your memory that deep, engraved, it feels very...
That you're willing to put bologna on your face and go, "Hello, Clarice."
Yes. It's iconic.
Yeah.
Like when you think Silence of the Lambs, give me some lines.
Yeah.
That's probably your first one.
It is.
Somebody's going to go, "Hello, Clarice." Like that's it.
Yeah.
So it's just iconic because you made that shit up?
In your brain?
Right.
Yeah. No.
Where did it come
Again,
from?
We go back to my theory. My theory is a mashing of two universes. Like seamlessly unnoticeable with slight differences that people do notice, right?
Good morning.
You know the band Queen?
Like, how would that even, you know how many movies where they have probably said, "Good morning"?
Mm-hmm. You know the band Queen?
Yes.
Can you sing the last line of "We Are the Champions"?
We are the champions. We are the champions of the world.
He never said "of the world."
Yeah, I hear that. I hear Tall Tale of.
Oh, you hear?
Why?
I hear Tall Tale of.
But why would you just make that shit up? Is what I mean.
I don't know.
It feels so iconic.
I don't know.
It goes
again.
"We
Yeah, you're
are
right.
the champions" all the way through the song.
Yeah,
3 minutes, 4 minutes.
And
I
then
don't
you
know.
get to
Fuck,
the-
5
you get to the
minutes,
back
and
end
then
of that
right
song.
at the end when the music goes down, and it's like, "We are the champions
Of the world. Yeah.
of the
Yeah.
world."
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
And the song's over.
Yeah.
And they're like,
Nope.
"No, that never happened."
Nah, he just said
You're
"We are
just
the
making
champions."
shit up. You and 78,347
Other dumbasses.
apparently think the exact same thing happened.
Yeah.
And it's It's just a fallacy.
Yep.
Come on, bro. How does that happen? How does it happen?
Here, you ready?
False memory?
Here, are you ready?
How?
You ready? I don't think that this is so much a Mandela effect, right?
Okay.
So I'll read the little bit that they wrote. Oh, and your favorite song? The Mandela effect is here to ruin that too. We all think of Freddie Mercury belting out of the world at the end of We Are the Champions, but it never happened. However, Freddie does sing the words at the end of the song during the band's famous Wembley Stadium performance. So he did do it.
Right. See,
Whether or not
yeah,
the studio recordings had those lyrics,
right.
there is an actual
Version.
we can prove that he did sing those words.
And
so this is just a conjecture thing.
Right. So this is
not
what
a Mandela
I mean.
effect so much.
Right. And
but if you word it in such a way and you don't say that he did it at the Wembley, you're like, that's a Mandela effect, but it's not.
Okay. Ryan Bingham. I showed you Ryan Bingham, some of the stuff I like from him last time after we closed the episodes. He's the cat who plays Walker in come on. He plays Walker, the cowboy in the show on Paramount Plus.
Yellowstone?
That's it.
Oh, that guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I dig his shit, dude.
Okay. So I showed you some of the stuff I like from him, right?
Yeah.
He has a studio version of Hallelujah. I love that song. It's good.
Okay.
The live version, not only does it have way more love and live views and plays, it's better.
Probably got
It's
different
better.
lyrics too.
It has different lyrics.
Of course. Yes.
He sings some shit slightly different, and it's ever so slight. But because
that you wouldn't notice, for sure.
Because I've listened to both,
Yep.
I notice it because I know the words.
Yeah.
Because I like the shit.
Mhm.
So I sing along. And then when I listen to the studio version, I can't sing along because it looks like I don't know the words because they're wrong.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things that I do question the whole selective memory thing, because if most people see Freddie Mercury, they were before my time.
I'd argue that a lot of the things. So I've given you some really solid examples of the Mandela effect, right? But I'd argue that Good Housekeeping, you can kiss my ass for this. There's a lot of conjecture in the idea, right? What is a Mandela effect? What is not, right?
Right.
So I'm gonna throw a couple at you. You ready? Mr. Rogers' theme song. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day in the neighborhood. Right?
Yeah. Won't you be mine?
Yeah.
Won't you be mine?
Neighbor.
Won't you be my neighbor? Yeah.
So this article is saying that the lyrics are not, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Okay.
They're saying it's a beautiful day in this neighborhood. And see, this is what I'm getting at. Like, you can't say first of all, motherfucker, goodhousekeeping.com. I watched Mr. Rogers as a kid. Yeah. I grew up watching that shit.
Me too.
And I can guarantee you that I sat and sang that song with this motherfucker every time he walked in to put his goddamn cashmere sweater and slippers on and teach me about some cool ass shit.
Exactly.
Motherfucker said it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, in the motherfucking neighborhood. Because there was only one neighborhood that Mr. Rogers hung out in, and I wanted to be there with him.
Right.
It wasn't this neighborhood.
No, it was
the motherfucking neighborhood
around the corner from Eureka's Castle and down the street from fucking Fraggle Rock.
Exactly.
You remember.
I do remember.
They don't.
Because they're bitch ass motherfuckers.
They remember fucking Barney and whatever the fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
But the neighborhood, it was Mr. Rogers.
Ricky Ricardo. From I Love Lucy.
Yeah.
Lucille Ball.
Yep.
She was pretty.
Yep. Desi Arnaz.
Desi Arnaz, handsome guy.
Yeah.
Right?
Classic, man.
When Lucy got into trouble, what was Desi's famous line?
Oh, that's difficult, man. I haven't
Oh,
seen
Lucy.
that. Yeah. Give it to me, because
You have some splaining to do.
Yes. There
Right?
you go. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That was the
Fuck
line.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
What do you mean? What
No, it
was
wasn't.
it? What was it then?
This universe says,
You have to explain to me what happened. Some weird ass fucking shit.
explain that if you can. Lucy, explain. Explain that. I'm doing the best I can with his accent. Like he was a Cuban guy.
You feel
I think I did okay.
You feel Puerto Rican in this hair.
I feel Puerto Rican. Puerto Rican in this hair. Yes. No. Yeah, apparently he never fucking said, Lucy, you have some splaining to do.
That's an
iconic line.
So iconic, right?
Dude, we're
That's
talking
the
about
key word.
the 50s.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the 50s and 60s
Yeah,
when the show was out.
Yeah.
I wasn't even alive.
Nope.
But I can tell you I watched that show.
See, that
And
would
this
be a
motherfucker would open the door after something stupid that
Lucy.
Lucille Ball did.
Yeah.
And he, Lucy, you have some explaining to do.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Or if everything was okay, it was just, Lucy, I'm home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
He never fucking said it. According to this melded universe,
Please explain.
he never said. He never said it.
He no say.
He said, "Explain that if you can."
He says explain.
Lucy, explain. The fuck out of here.
How is that so ingrained though? And iconic in people's minds.
What the fuck?
What you got?
This one is not a Mandela effect. It is a direct correlation to the education system in this goddamn bullshit country. We have fucked this country up left, right, down, up, center, yellow, black, blue, fucking green. It is fucked from day one.
Oh.
As soon as these Democrats took fucking power and they started telling, what was the guy?
Joe Biden.
Nope. We're going to go back way more years than that.
Is there
Buchanan? Was it Buchanan? Or was it Lyndon B. Johnson that said something to the effect of, and this was in reference to the welfare, to welfare checks. We do this and we'll have every one of these voting for us for the next 200 years.
Wow.
Right? That's when it all started. You ready for this?
I bet you're right. I feel like that's
number of
Lyndon
U.S.
Johnson.
states. How many states are in the United States
50.
of America?
50.
How many states have there always been?
50. Am I wrong?
We started with 13 and we got to 50,
yeah.
right?
In 13, that was the
some Americans,
what's it called?
hold on. Some Americans and foreigners alike recall learning that there were 51 or 52 states. This is where this fucks me up, because I know why this happened. Because you'll show the continental US and then you'll, in a small little box, you'll go Alaska. And another small little box, you go Hawaii. And retards think continental US 50 states, but it's not. And then they'll go 51, 52 for Hawaii and Alaska, but it's not. It's always been 50 states.
Yeah.
And some territories. You know who I'm talking to.
I feel Puerto Rican in this.
Puerto Rican.
I love my Puerto Ricans.
I do too. They're sweet people.
It was Lyndon Johnson.
I told you.
Yeah.
I told you.
I had
that
to,
motherfucker.
because I felt like you were right. Like I remember that as well. He was the
most
one who
racist
said that.
motherfucker to ever sit in office.
Bro, it's always the motherfuckers.
It was in reference to welfare, was it not? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was the same
I
thing.
thought so.
Yeah. I looked it up. I Googled the exact tweet. Let me
see folks.
Or not exact tweet.
I'm not an idiot.
I'm pretty sure Lyndon B. Johnson wasn't tweeting. But
he definitely wasn't tweeting.
But yeah, he did. He did say that.
Though. Yeah. Yep.
He said, I'll have those
N-word.
Yes, people voting for us for 200 years.
Yep.
Voting Democrat.
For the next 200 years.
200
yep.
years. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Lyndon Johnson.
Nobody wants to talk about that, though.
No, man. Dude. Democrats vote blue no matter who, bro. It's a very monolithic thought process.
Mandela effect.
Yeah.
I'm going to hit you with the big one. You ready?
Go for it.
Hit you with the big one. There's a song I know that says that, right? You ready? Sinbad never played a genie.
Yeah, I know this one. I think
Sinbad the comedian. This was the first one that really fucked me up.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this one, man. Because
never played a genie called Shazam, and I know goddamn well I watched that motherfucking movie.
I feel like, I don't know.
But you gonna tell me Shaquille O'Neal was Shazam?
I don't know. Was Shaq Shazam?
No. I'm sorry. Shaq was Kazam.
What?
Mm-hmm. That's another one I got a problem with too.
I don't know.
Sinbad.
I feel like Sinbad
in the late 80s.
Yeah.
Played in a movie.
Yeah. Shazam.
Called Shazam.
Right.
As a genie.
Yes.
And even this motherfucker's like, I never did that. But I can promise you, I can deep dive for like 2.5 minutes. I can find a video that shows you that clip.
Is it deep faked?
I don't think it is.
I don't know though. And that's what I wonder.
It's too old to be deep faked. Like way too old.
What? I could deep fake porn from the 80s.
Dude, I don't think that AI can grain out a video that much.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're talking AI, dropping less than 480.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah.
The 80s weren't fucking showing high def in any way, shape, or form.
No.
You were lucky if you knew who the fuck was on the TV.
Yeah. People don't remember that. That's crazy. Damn. I was happy just to have color.
Do you remember when Sally Fields accepted an Oscar and was like, you like me. You really like me. See, you knew that, right?
I know the line.
You never fucking said it.
See,
you want to hear the stupid shit she said?
I don't remember none of that.
Yeah.
But I know the line.
But you want to hear the stupid shit she said?
What?
I know the line too. I never heard her say it.
No.
It was 1985, bro.
Yeah.
Like I was
4.
I was 5.
4.
I was 5. I was 4.
4.
I was 4. I was older than you, so I was definitely 5.
Fucking 6.
Bitch, we were born the same year. Don't do that.
Close.
Same
Close
year.
enough.
Same year. You're 4
I was
months.
4. You're
like
4
4 months younger than I am.
You
son.
were like 12.
You're 4 months younger than I am, son.
It doesn't even matter.
My child.
All right, let's go.
Yeah. So what she really said.
So how is that line so iconic?
Again, this is what she really said, and you can't like you.
What did she really say? I
sit back and you go, "These are
giving me
these
the
are
Oscar.
super iconic lines, right?
Yeah.
Like you hear them in movies, you hear people repeating them.
Really like me, dude.
I can't deny the fact that you like me right now. You like me.
It doesn't have that ring.
Doesn't have the ring, does it?
It doesn't roll off the tongue.
Doesn't.
It doesn't have that iconic feel.
It doesn't.
No.
Oh, you ready for this one?
No. I feel like a lot of these.
Tell me this.
All right.
Only you can prevent forest fires.
Yes. Smokey the Bear.
Who?
I know this.
Who?
Is Smokey Bear.
Nah, bitch, it's Smokey the Bear. But they want to tell you that it's Smokey Bear.
Right.
Bitch, you a damn lie.
It's Smokey the Bear.
Smokey the Bear.
It's always been
because
in my head, Smokey the Bear.
Who the fuck?
Smokey Bear. I know. That's why I said I know this one. They're like, it's Smokey Bear.
This is that rebranding thing that I'm talking about, right? They're trying to erase all that shit because they were like,
it don't sound
that don't sound good. Don't.
No,
that
it
can't
does.
be part of our history.
Like, but why? Why does my brain remember Smokey the Bear? Smokey the Bear.
Yeah, my brain does too. Smokey the Bear.
Yeah.
Only you can prevent forest fires.
Right.
Yeah.
It's me and you, not Gavin Newsom.
Did you ever read anything on the history of like Tiananmen Square or anything like that going through high school and shit?
Okay. A little. Yeah.
Because high school was we were mid 90s in high school.
Yeah.
Graduated 2000.
Yep.
Right. Yeah.
Tiananmen Square, China.
Yep.
Kind of a revolution. Yep.
Yeah. Do you remember the guy who stood in front of the tank?
Right.
Do you remember what happened to him?
No, I don't.
So I don't either, right?
No.
But and here's the thing. This is where I may argue this one a little bit.
Okay.
And perhaps the most memorable moment during the 1989 Tiananmen Square protests, recollections of the event vary. I said recollections.
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 It's all good, bro.
I was reading.
We still love you here.
Yeah.
No judge.
Some say the unidentified man, known as Tank Man, was run over and killed. But other videos show him unharmed. I don't ever remember this guy being run over and killed.
No.
Like,
I don't put it past China.
At the same time, yes, propaganda, right? At the same time, like I do equate this.
They're like, no, Tank Man good. Tank Man fine.
I do equate this to two different universes, right?
Right.
So maybe in one universe he was ran over and killed because China doesn't give a fuck about their people. They only care about the party, right?
Yes.
And in the other universe, China was like, this is bad optics. Maybe we shouldn't do that.
And see, that's
right.
That's what's crazy. So you don't remember?
I don't remember him being killed.
I don't either.
Yeah.
But you remember Tank Man.
I do remember the Tank Man.
So do I.
I also remember the Flower Girl with the AR at Kent State. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. See? Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So how does our brain recognize these iconic moments? But like Tank Man, how do you recall that as such an iconic?
I remember it as history lessons in high school. One thing that I was incredibly infatuated.
The most important part of that historical lesson would
have been whether he died or not. Yes,
fucking ran over.
I don't recall him. I don't recall in anything that I've ever read.
I think that would be important.
Was that he died?
Like
yes.
the Flower Girl.
Yes,
with the AR-15.
She got shot in the face.
Right. You would
fucking remember
like
that.
You remember
that.
Like, she's like, oh, peace.
Like she put a fucking flower in the gun, and the guy was like, boom, you're dead.
Right.
But that would be memorable.
Right.
But that never happened. Right. So not saying that that's a Mandela effect thing.
No.
I'm talking about Tank Man.
But
Tank Man
in like correlation.
Yes. You would remember Tank Man being run the fuck over with a tank. Right. Because that's a pretty messy fucking day.
Like,
as far as I can see.
Feel like you would. Or in the 90s, we were like, who fucking cares?
I don't feel like in the 90s.
I don't feel like we were either.
We were never in the 90s. Like,
holy shit.
Who doesn't fucking care?
Wife's home.
No one in the 90s was like, who doesn't fucking care?
Right. No, in the 90s, I was like, I care about everybody.
Here's the best thing. Like, we talk about all these generational gaps, right?
Yeah.
You have your boomers and your Gen X and Gen
Alpha.
Z and Alpha and like
whoever's after.
I don't know what they're going to name it this time. Oh, we forgot millennials. We forgot the millennial generation because
they didn't happen.
I don't like them that much.
I feel like I'm go. No.
We talk about these generational gaps and the differences between them.
Yeah.
Gen X, which i.e. would be you and my generation, we were the first generation that literally did not give a fuck what color you were.
Yeah.
If you were cool, you were cool. If you weren't, you weren't. We
Yep.
did not give a fuck.
Nope.
At all whatsoever. Never fucking bothered us.
Yep.
And then somewhere, and I think this panicked our government and the higher ups, right?
Yes.
They were like, you can't have a generation that just doesn't care.
Right.
Like we got to do.
No, race is one of their higher, like.
It's very important in their scale of who votes for who.
Yes.
Yes.
And
I don't believe
how to take the attention. Like if they're always like,
you know who fucked that up for us?
That white guy doesn't like that black guy, and that black guy doesn't like that white guy. You should fight amongst each other and don't worry about.
We were doing really well,
both of you.
Even with the shit that came out of 9/11.
Yeah.
We were doing as a country really well.
Right.
Granted, there was some really bad shit that was going on with the Islamic community.
For sure.
And the hatred towards them.
Yes. Well, after
9/11, yeah. I think it's understandable.
For sure.
To a certain extent, but it didn't need to be violent or anything like that.
No.
That being said, Barack Obama divided this country
more than anyone
racially
ever could, and it is
in a way that no one could ever explain rationally.
Everlasting. It's still
to this day.
Still
it's getting
to
worse.
this day, getting worse, and it stemmed from him in my generation.
Because that racial divide led way to this gay trans
everything
that's going on now. Yeah.
Everything. Black Lives Matter.
Yep.
The way that they depicted in the government and media, the Trayvon Martin case.
Oh, yeah.
Everything. Everything from the beginning of Obama forward, in my opinion, and take this from a 40-year-old white dude, 42,
bitch. Yeah, better get back on.
To be specific, I'm more like 39. He's
lying ass motherfucker.
He's like 45, and then we just split the difference.
Bullshit.
So we say 40.
42.
All right, 42.
You're 42. I'm 42.
What year were you born?
My birth, 81.
So we're 40-year-old white guys. And I promise you that growing up in the 90s, you experienced what I did. We hung with everyone. If you were cool, you were cool.
Yeah, we didn't give a fuck who you were.
No, even down to the gay thing.
Didn't care.
Did not care. I actually smoked weed a lot of times with a cat who was black and gay and did not care because he was cool.
Yeah.
It just didn't fucking matter then.
Yeah.
You were like whoever, right? It wasn't a thing.
But because of the movie Kids, you did put a condom on the joint.
No, but because of the movie, Kids, I probably am who I am. Legit. One of the most iconic movies you have never heard of.
Yeah.
If you have never heard of, you're fucking slipping.
Yeah, Kids.
You ain't
Kids
living.
was on point.
Yeah,
that was a movie that was generationally like. It depicted
iconic, and I'm gonna say it again. Iconic.
Yeah.
I can't spell it.
It depicted our generation appropriately.
Perfectly.
Yes.
Rosario Dawson as well. So check that out.
Sure. Yeah.
You're going to be like, what the fuck? Yeah. It's so different. But Obama forward, I noticed it. And I have questioned it over the years.
For sure.
I've had this conversation with you. Kurt Russell has even talked about this same thing, that Obama forward. And it was because of a lot of the things that he installed. It did change the tension, the relationship between races in this country. And I have seen it go backwards. Like, bro, we're in a place now where I open up Instagram and people not jokingly or like people legitimize segregation now.
Yeah.
They're like, we're going to have a black only graduation diploma acceptance because of XYZ. I don't know. Name the fucking reason, whatever.
Yeah.
Because of Black Lives Matter, because of whoever. It doesn't matter. The point is in the 90s, that was unheard of. You would not even, if that was said in the 90s, it was racist.
Yeah.
If they were to say, we're going to have black only name whatever.
That shit was racist as fuck.
White only.
If they did that back then, that would have been the most racist fucking thing.
Right.
Yes.
And we, white folks,
yes,
black folk, us kids in the 90s wasn't fucking having it.
So there's...
You ever seen Clueless? Have you ever seen movies from the fucking 90s? They were white kids, black kids, Hispanic kids. They was all hanging out, skateboarding, smoking weed together. And that's what we saw.
Yeah.
And that's what we aspired to be. Yep. The generation after.
Have you ever seen...
generation that wasn't accepting?
I can't remember his name.
You know.
The comedian. He's a comedian. Relatively young. But he does a skit with another comedian where one of them is woke.
Okay.
And one of them is racist. And they're best friends.
I feel like that's the same thing.
Right?
I feel like woke is an umbrella that
I want to say his name was Danny something. I got to look him up. Oh, by the way, Cocoon.
Yeah.
This may be from the previous episode. Cocoon came out in 1985. You were 10 years off.
Damn.
Cocoon, The Return came out in 1988.
Okay.
Great movies. Great fucking movies.
Clueless definitely came out in 1995.
And you fucking watched that like a motherfucker, didn't you?
Hell yeah.
Alicia Silverstone.
Who didn't? Right? Come on.
Bro, she was a total smoke show back in the day.
Fucking right.
Yeah. What was I? He's been on Timcast a lot, like IRL.
Who? Comedian?
This comedian, yeah. Damn it if I can remember his name. But yes, him and his buddy that's also a comedian, they do a skit.
It's not JP.
No.
Okay.
No. It's Danny something, and I can't remember. Okay. But they do this skit where one of them is a racist and the other is a woke person. And they literally like are best friends because they both think the same fucking way.
Yeah, I was going to say it's legit. Like,
oh, it's funny as shit.
To me,
yes,
as a kid from the 90s, wokeism is the umbrella that encompasses racism, sexism.
Yes.
Like all the isms that you in the 90s were taught to be like, no, that's wrong. You should judge people as they are, their character.
I like the Martin Luther King quote. Content of their character, not the color of their skin. Yes, for sure. I've always,
but we don't want,
I don't want to say that I've always lived by that, but I've always tried to make that an important part of how you develop relationships with people, right?
That
you can't go in, don't judge a book by its cover, blah, 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 right?
Right.
You can't go into meeting a new person and go, I don't like you because you're
black.
Creamy. You're creamy colored and I don't like it.
You're black or you're gay.
Yeah.
No.
You can't do that.
You can't.
No, you cannot do that.
No.
At all whatsoever. You never should.
No.
So I always try to do that. Like I try to meet somebody, get to know them a little bit and go, all right, maybe.
Yeah.
But it takes me a little bit more,
especially
as like sketched out as I am with people. Like I used to be an incredibly like social person.
Me too.
Today,
the older you get,
the more introverted you get.
Yes. And agreed. I think it's also life lessons of being burned by people.
Oh, fuck yes.
That you did trust. Like I've had experiences with people where I was like, man, this is my best friend that robbed me.
Uh-huh.
And then you're like,
or people that are always like, hey, so glad you're here. Talk shit behind your back. And then 10 years later, you go, you're a fucking piece of shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You.
So but I get, you know where we're at with that.
For sure.
Yeah, okay. Neil Armstrong's death. Is that a thing for you?
No. Neil Armstrong walking on the moon, which never happened.
See, here's the thing.
Because it was wholeheartedly filmed.
Bro, stop. Stop, dude, because I did this to somebody the other day.
Listen.
And I almost said his name, but I did this the other day. And we were talking about the moon stuff.
The moon landing never happened. It never happened.
Yeah.
It never happened.
So
have you seen the ship?
I believe
I could build a better ship with the tinfoil I got from this fucking restaurant supply store.
Apparently.
And this table and these microphones, and
allegedly you can, but I doubt
you're telling me Elon Musk can't get to the fucking moon, but in 1960, look it up. Google it. Google the ship that landed on the moon.
Listen, we went to the moon under sketchy circumstances, okay?
Sure.
We did go to the moon.
Okay.
Then explain to me how there are mirrors on the moon that a certain observatory.
Have you seen the mirrors on the moon? Have you seen the mirrors on the moon?
I'll show you them. A certain observatory in this country refracts lasers. That's how we know direct distance. Okay? They've been monitoring it for years to see if the moon was getting closer in orbit. So far, no. It generally stays in a perfect distance from us and the sun. Okay. That was one of the experiments that they wanted to see, because it was always the idea that the moon crash landed on the earth and then fell backward. Yeah, you never heard that?
Nope.
Yeah, so
that's even weirder than the shit that I'm talking about.
Hold on. So listen. Billions of years ago, long before dinosaurs and any fucking life was ever on this planet. I'm talking like a molten ball of shit, right? They seem to think that there was a smaller planet, not so much a planet, like a Pluto, right? I know your argument about the Pluto thing, but again, that fell out of orbit somewhere and then impacted the Earth, right?
Yeah,
and fell back to this perfect distance based on our gravitational pull
orbit.
Yes, and the sun,
the moon,
and the orbit that we take, right?
Yep.
That's how they feel that the moon showed up here, and that's where that's where life started seeding from whatever the moon was carrying, mixed with what the Earth had, and it cooled the Earth down.
So
because
here's
of the
thing:
explosion. We can't prove it though. But it is a theory.
But here's the thing: I could dig it.
Yeah, it makes sense, right?
But when you show me pictures of the ship that landed, it don't make sense.
Hold on.
Okay, so those two things.
No. Time out.
I fuck with it.
Hold on. What I'm going to give you is you see pictures of the Eagle lander, right?
Sure.
But when were they taken? Were they taken after Armstrong walked on the Earth, on the moon?
I don't know.
Or were they taken before?
I don't know.
But because you don't know, you can't say that it didn't happen, right? It's the same question that I posed to the person that
I can say it didn't happen the same way that they can tell me Ed McMahon was not working for the Publishers Clearinghouse and going door to door.
We're going back to that.
With a big old check.
Yes. But what I'm saying is it's the same question that I posed to the person I was talking to, because he started talking about the Indian.
Your shit died, didn't it?
The Indian and Russian race to the South Pole of the moon.
Gotcha.
Right?
Yeah.
That's a whole nother thing. I didn't even know about that. I was like, it's a weird fucking race. Like, why was India and Russia doing this? And his big thing was because he is straight up like anti-Russia. Like he's pro-Ukraine. Yes. Oh yeah, dude.
Is that also under the umbrella of wokeism?
He wholeheartedly believes that we should be in Ukraine. Yes.
Oh, like militarily speaking.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. That we should be interfering in this. And he just,
for all intents.
Let's
all right, go
back to subject. He was talking about this and I was like, but I mean, we didn't land on the moon, because I'm devil's advocate. 99% of the time, I will egg shit on no matter what my actual beliefs are.
So you played me.
I play devil's advocate to other people. Yes, I do. Because you know my beliefs. You know where I stand on things. but I will play devil's advocate with these people because I fucking think it's hilarious, right? Just for fun for me, right?
I do it.
So I was like, but did we really land on the moon?
Right.
And he was like, I don't even know if I want to get in this conversation with you right now. I was like, I just want to pose one question.
Right.
I want to pose one question. I was like, if Neil Armstrong was the first person to walk on the moon, who the fuck put the camera out? Dude,
For real.
He looked at me and was like, what?
I never thought about that. It's true. It's true.
Right.
Though. You have to
Here's my thing.
You have to question it.
Here's my thing. You can question it all you want.
Political theater.
But what I'm going to show you, what I'm going to tell you is this. You know that as that lander was descending to the moon, you know that there were cameras on the side of the lander.
Sure.
Because you could see those videos of the lander landing on the moon, right?
Do you think...
Don't think for 1 second that camera did not have pan, tilt, zoom.
When did we land?
We know that the government, be it no matter what organization it is, the government is at least a bare minimum 30 years ahead of technology that the consumer can buy.
1967. When did we land?
69.
You sure?
Yeah. It was 69.
Okay, I believe you.
The Apollo missions went from, I think it was April 11th, 1969 to December 10th, 1972. They were not very long lived.
No.
But 12 men did walk on the moon. That is documented fact as far as the world is concerned.
Documented
12
fact.
men. You can look it up. You can we can all talk about how it was staged. Stanley Kubrick fucking filmed the goddamn moon landing. Bull fucking shit. Why the fuck would Stanley Kubrick waste his time on lying to the American people?
I never said he did.
No, that's what the world says.
But it's very suspect.
The world. I say the world in the sense that the people who do not believe we landed on the moon. Call it suspect. I get it.
There are super suspect when you look at the machinery.
I think you're overlooking.
When you look at the spacecraft itself, if you Google.
So I think we're overlooking the actual question. Okay.
I don't know.
When it comes to space travel, when it comes to the moon landing, I think we're overlooking the real question.
Okay.
Okay. Why didn't we go back? Why did we stop going?
Right. So
why didn't we establish?
My turn. We look now.
Totally fucked this Mandela effect thing. But go ahead.
We look back
at
the photos from the moon landing. Mm-hmm. And you look at what they have now. Machinery. You look at cars. You look at Tesla with SpaceX, right? SpaceX can land a fucking rocket back to its starting point like a fucking drone, right? Like a whole ass rocket.
Yeah.
And NASA, government funded, i.e. tax dollar funded NASA, who's been around since Nazi Germany.
Directly after, but yes.
Lost the technology. That's what they say. That is their official stance on the reason why we have not been back to the moon, because they were like, look, we went to the moon.
I think there's more to it.
But what happened is we forgot how.
But
look, it happened. And then I look at the fucking craft they use and I'm like, that shit kind of looks like the same costume.
It looks like crumpled up tinfoil going with 2 legs on it, 4 legs on it. Yeah, no, I get it. I get it, dude.
Hands down.
I get it.
And then I look at SpaceX and I'm like, how the fuck can SpaceX not get to the fucking moon? No, you open the door.
But what you're missing
for me to go full conspiratorial.
You see all of that Mylar tinfoil?
Yeah.
That technology that also helps us survive out in the wilderness, by the way, mind you. This all came from NASA.
Okay.
That Mylar was covering the capsule.
So how did NASA?
It wasn't the capsule, is what I'm getting at. the Mylar wasn't the capsule. The Mylar was covering the capsule. Okay. Radioactive protection. Mylar does not allow radioactive penetration.
Okay.
Okay. So in the event of, say,
I don't believe it.
a nuclear blast, what do you mean?
I don't believe it.
Why don't you believe that?
It's fucking bullshit.
Why? Why is that bullshit?
Because if it's fucking Mylar, you know Mylar, I know Mylar.
Yeah.
How the fuck did NASA lose the technology?
No. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the moon landing.
We went to the moon once.
We went
then
to
we
the moon.
fucked up.
We went to the moon 9 times. We went to the moon 9 times.
When?
12 people between 1969 and 1972.
So 9 times in 4 years, 3 years? And then all of a sudden, for the last 40 fucking years,
that's the question.
They're like, yeah, we fucked that up.
No, I'll give you that.
How do you go?
That's
like
the question.
If you and me went to the fucking moon, you're just going to be like, damn, bro, I wasn't recording.
I have my I forgot to take the yellow lines out.
The yellow line, it just looks like a glitch. You know what I'm saying? So like, we'll just cover it with this Mylar tinfoil.
Listen, the Mylar was the covering. Okay. So landing, we went to the moon 12 times or 9 times.
That shit looks like 12, it was built by the people who built the costumes for the Wizard of Oz in 57.
12 people walked on the moon. Okay.
No.
The reason I think we have not been back is because this is where I look like the kook. You ready?
The earth is flat.
I wholeheartedly believe that we found evidence of something up there.
You think so?
On the moon? Yes. Listen to me.
Okay.
And then rather than going back to the moon,
yeah,
because in those 9 missions, we laid the groundwork to monitor the moon. Okay. Hold on.
No.
Just listen to me. This is my theory. Right. Call me crazy, whatever.
No, I look crazy as fuck right now. I don't even think we went to the moon. It's super suspicious.
We found evidence of something that turned our attention to closer to home defense. The space station. Space lasers. Hawaiian fucking damning space lasers.
Wait a minute.
Jewish space lasers.
Was Armstrong of Hebrew faith?
Maybe. I don't know. But what I'm getting at is I think that we realized something on that planet, on that moon, said that we needed to divert our attention to planetary defense.
Think so?
Okay. Well, look at now. Aliens are real. Fucking governments are like, aliens are real. We found biologics. Okay.
I don't believe the shit the government says.
I don't either.
So when they're like, aliens are real, I'm like, yeah, they're full of shit.
Why
for the past 50 years, when they're like, there's no such thing as aliens, we're like, aliens are real.
Why did we build a space station?
Why wouldn't you if you had the capability?
But why? For what purpose?
Because we have unlimited.
So that we could see if we could grow plants up there? Come on, dude.
Fuck no. So I could figure out how to spy on China and Russia.
No. It's defense because we all govern.
That's my point.
Russia, China, India, everybody takes a trip up to that space station. It's an international space station.
Nah, fuck you. First Air owns it.
It's an international space station.
If I put my flag there?
Listen, India put their flag on the South Pole. What you going to do now?
It might be international.
So that's the funny part.
The same way the world is international. If Russia decides they're just going to go storming into Ukraine, guess who's coming out?
Here's the weird,
big bad
here's the weird part, right? So we were in a space race with Russia in the 60s.
Right.
We beat them to the moon, whatever you want to believe about it, right? These guys were putting dogs, monkeys, cats, fucking giraffes, elephants, whatever the fuck they were putting in their rockets up into space to see what it was like, right?
Yeah.
Then they sent dudes to the moon. Russia went to the moon too. It is what it is. In quotations, we're doing that, right? Here's the weird part. Russia, with all of that technology, being able to do the same thing, right?
Lost it.
Time out. They're in a space race with India to go to the South Pole of the moon because they seem to think that they've found glaciers. right? On the South Pole of the moon.
Right.
Russia launches their rocket and it spirals out of control. So it was unmanned. Both of them were unmanned. They were sending a rover to explore, right?
Mm-hmm. You would just think after 50 years, you would have this kind of...
Russia's rocket does this, right?
Yeah.
Apparently, India's rocket was like, perfect. Get the fuck out of here. Dude, it's all propaganda. It's all propaganda bullshit. That's what I mean,
though. Is you're like, bro, wait a minute. After, I don't even fucking care no more.
Russia...
When Elon Musk gets to the moon and he's like, yo, listen, I'm going to tell you right now, we just got SpaceX to the moon, and that shit is nothing like what they told you.
There's Transformers on there.
I'm going to be like, yo, I believe that shit for sure. He's going to be like...
There's a whole society of Transformers up here.
Right.
Yeah.
That's when I'll be like, yeah, I believe it. Because
I've met Megatron and Optimus Prime. Yeah.
Bro, like, that was...
Here's my thing.
We talk about the iconic of the Nike swoosh. You're going to tell me walking on the moon isn't probably like one of the most symbolic, iconic things of
it really was.
Human history.
It really was.
Like human history.
It really is. Yeah.
And then be like, yeah, we forgot though. And then I'm like, oh, well, who pays
I don't know anything about that. I've never read anything about the whole.
I have seen them. I have seen them.
We lost the technology.
Yeah, they have legit.
It seems odd.
Yes.
It seems odd. But I also, again, I want to go back to, I wholeheartedly believe that they changed their mindset of, let's keep going to the moon. Because we can go further, right? Hold on.
Yes.
Based on what they found on the moon, they changed their trajectory and said, home defense first. We'll figure it out later.
If they forgot how to get to the moon.
I don't think they forgot, dude.
It is a lie.
It is a lie.
So
it is a lie. Let's be real about that. It's a lie. They didn't forget how to get to the moon.
No. There's two scenarios.
The government doesn't have recordings of Nixon.
Right.
With the Watergate scandal.
Yeah.
And then go, we forgot how to get to fucking moon. Everything is fucking documented.
That's what I mean.
It's a lie.
So that's what I'm
getting at. It's a lie.
But there's two scenarios that come out of the lie.
What, that Stanley Kubrick filmed the fucking moon landing? Come on, dude.
Somebody.
Why can't we just go, yes, we landed on the moon.
Because have you seen the ship?
Trajectory.
Have you seen the Apollo? I have bicycles that are built better than the Apollo.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that. You are
my smoker outside could get through the atmosphere.
You are literally talking about the outside external.
That is the most important
visual of what that capsule looked like. You didn't see the inside.
That capsule.
Do you know why you didn't see the fucking inside?
Paper and not even.
Bitch, we're going to Kennedy Space Center. Me and you, and I'm gonna fucking prove you wrong.
Kennedy is a lie.
Kennedy what?
Space Center.
Why? It's an actual space center. It's where they launch the rockets. That's where SpaceX is. The fuck are you talking about? It's a lie.
Have they been to the moon?
They have.
It's a lie.
No, it's not.
Have you seen the capsule?
Yes.
That went to the moon?
Yep.
Have you seen SpaceX?
Yep.
How does this one get there? And this one can't.
I'm just saying.
And NASA can't no more either. Just so we're clarifying. It's not like NASA goes, hey, look, this thing that looks like it was built.
there is a whole conversation as to how we pass through
tinfoil in the 60s.
Yes.
But also we fucked that up. Now we can't get there. Mm-hmm. SpaceX also can't get there.
There is a conversation that bears on the how did we get past there's a radiation zone.
Yes.
All right. How did we get past that? How do we do that? Again, Mylar.
I know. I knew you were going to say Mylar. Look like tinfoil to me. I think I got some.
I have a couple of them.
That's even more heavy duty than the shit that I see in the photos.
Dude.
But listen to me. Here's my thing. I don't wholeheartedly super believe that.
I feel like you do.
But
I feel like you're conspiratorial.
No, I do question when I see that ship.
I question it too, dude.
I see that ship. Listen,
that's why I always ask the question to anybody. I'm like, who put the camera out?
Bro,
if he was the first person who put the camera out.
If you are not a follower and you are an individualist who thinks very deeply for themselves, you cannot look at the Apollo photographs and go, I don't fucking know, and then see SpaceX do cartwheels in the sky.
I love how
land itself back at fucking 0.0 and then go, yeah, but we still can't get to the moon, and go, but why?
I love how the Mandela effect brought us into this. I do. I love that. I love that segue. It's so beautiful.
Me and you have had conversations.
Do you ever think Mickey Mouse had a tail?
No.
Mickey Mouse never had a tail.
No.
But apparently some Nazi did.
So
that being said, I want to throw this at you.
That's und Maus.
I don't know if anybody has watched this, and anybody who has, please comment. Let us know what you think of the series. I'm not finished with it yet. I'm back into season 3, right at the start of season 4. The Man in the High Castle. It was a novel, maybe a series of novels by Philip K. Dick. Okay. You laugh at all of whatever you want.
I'm not laughing.
You smirked. You did the smirk.
Come on.
What I'm getting at is this guy writes incredibly intriguing sci-fi.
Who?
Philip K. Dick.
Phil Dick?
Yes, Phil Dick.
Okay.
Phil Dick writes incredibly thoughtful sci-fi, right?
Where do I consume?
Amazon Prime.
Okay.
So before you watch The Man in the High Castle, I want you to watch
Batman.
Nope. I just want you to search Philip K. Dick, and there is a series of short films.
I'm not going to search Dick.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I'm sorry, bro.
Philip K. Dick. It's a guy's name. Just because I keep saying Dick doesn't mean you have to salivate over it. Search this guy out. Okay. There's a series of short films. They're incredibly amazing. There's one of them that's called The Others that is really like spot on to like what's going on right now in our world, right?
Okay. That sounds so familiar.
Right. So he wrote the novel The Man in the High Castle, series of novels, maybe, I don't know. The Amazon Prime series, The Man in the High Castle, is incredibly intriguing in the sense that in World War II, because history is one of my favorite things, right? I am fascinated by history because history will tell us
the future.
History, if you do not learn from history, you are bound to repeat it, right?
Yeah.
This is a series that shows you that the Allies did not win World War II. However, the Nazis developed, and in the series they call it the Heisenberg, maybe?
Yeah.
The Heisenberg bomb. It's not a nuclear bomb. It's an atom bomb, but they called it the Heisenberg, whatever.
What's that sound?
They dropped that motherfucker on New York. While the Japanese skipped over Pearl Harbor and was like, we get in California. Yeah. So now in this series, in the start of it, the Nazis control the eastern seaboard and most of the east coast of the United States. And the Japanese control the west coast with a neutral zone in between.
In what year?
It starts in 1961. 30s? So it's not long after the war. So it starts in 1961, not long after the war. Hitler is still alive. It's incredible, dude. It is one of those things that you sit back and you go,
yeah, I gotta watch.
What the fuck if? Like,
right.
What type of person would?
Right. So
this is the big question. This is the big question that keeps going in my head. What type of person would I be? I know what type of person I would be.
Yeah.
But I'd probably be dead In that scenario, I'd probably be dead.
Yeah.
But what type of person would you be?
Right.
Would you be the guy that was higher up in the U.S. military, watched New York or watched Washington, D.C. get nuked, and then go, whatever you want, Nazis, I'll be your guy.
This is one of the things that I think children these days, Gen Z, Alpha, even millennials, don't quite grasp that their grandparents or great grandparents, like things like
the sacrifices given.
Well,
oh yeah,
they talk about racism in this country.
Yeah,
and you talk about. I don't think that people can really grasp what it would be like. Like, how would they feel right now if Africa, and I'm probably going to get heat for this, dropped an atom bomb on California.
South Africa.
California.
South Africa.
South Africa. There you go.
Where all the white people are. Yeah, sure. Yeah. You get what I'm saying?
You would have this, and what the country, like, we have this thing where,
like,
and it's not
there's a mass genocide that has happened with white farmers in South Africa. I don't know if you know about that.
Definitely.
Okay.
Yes.
It's insane.
But what I'm getting at is, if a country, let's just say Japan, drops a bomb and attacks New York, California, Chicago, Cleveland, wherever. Don't fucking matter. For one, our country is going to paint them as 100% evil.
Yep.
A target.
Yeah.
They are trying to kill you, your family.
Yep.
Right?
Oh, yeah. The propaganda is going to be great.
Yeah. You have the real, then you have the propaganda.
Yeah.
Whether they align doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Because in your being, just that happening will affect you so deeply.
That's why I'm telling you, dude, watch this show. Watch this show.
Right.
I think that you will find a very
new generation plus me and you.
Yeah.
I've never had that. We've experienced, say, our grandparents.
We had 9/11, dude.
Yeah.
We had 9/11.
And you saw what happened.
We spent 20 we spent 20 plus years in an unnecessary war.
And how much like
and it made us
Arabic
look like tyrants.
And Middle Eastern, I don't want to say racism, but along the lines.
Oh yeah, that happened early on.
Right.
That happened early on.
Right.
But as we progressed through, like I said, Barack Obama really fucked that up.
For sure.
But not saying that was the most important thing in the thing.
Yeah.
There was a focus on this thing, and Barack Obama was like, "Hey, you should pay attention to this thing because this is more important." But it allowed him to spend another 8 years.
8 years,
fighting this war.
Yeah.
It allowed him to spend another 8 years, and
stealing
by the end of it, you had a not a politician, a persecuted businessman who became president, trying to get our trying to end the war.
Yeah.
On top of negotiating peace in that area. Also, that scared the shit out of me too. We'll talk about that at another time. Negotiating peace in that region, and then, Jesus Christ, maybe I'm on the wrong side of this. Biblically, negotiating peace in that area, and then being persecuted for it, and then we watch Joe Biden completely fuck up the exit.
And how is
causing 13 servicemen get murdered?
Yeah.
And more than 170 other civilians, American and Afghanistan civilians.
Yes.
170 of them getting injured, if not killed. Right?
Afghan allies.
Yes.
Support systems.
I had a massive revelation, and I don't know how I feel about it right now.
Pretty deep. You know what's crazy?
No, dude. This guy was negotiating peace in the Middle East.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like some fucking
Peace in the Middle East, man. We've been saying that since.
You know what happens when that happens, right?
Since, well,
that's the end times.
Yeah.
That guy that does that.
The Antichrist?
Yes. Man, the fuck? I don't even know how to feel right now.
Stay tuned for part 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, have a good night.